Joining me with a huge turn of events for his middleweight world title fight at CES 67 this Friday night is Justin the Fort Sumter. Welcome to the show, bro. Thanks for the time, man. I know it's crunch time, fight week.
Yeah.
Congratulations, first of all, for a huge opportunity, man. How do you feel about fighting for that belt?
I feel good, man. Fighting for the CES belt is a big deal. Having that title around my waist is it's kind of like a calling card. Like the big organizations when they see that, hey, you got a CES belt, they definitely got a bigger eye on you than it already is. So it's just a really, really great opportunity.
Excellent. Well, you came back to CES, after a few fights away. Man, how was the feeling to come back? Connecticut Convention Center, not too far from your house. How was it to get back to fight for CES and the eyes of, the home crowd of fans?
I just felt good, man. I felt super relaxed, super chill, and it kind of showed in my performance. I came in there, had a game plan. Well, the game plan, it really didn't have a game plan because that was like I think it was like the third or fourth opponent that they had for me. This was really chill and collected, and went in there and handled business.
Excellent, my man. Well, here we are, business. You get the opportunity to fight for the middleweight title against an opponent that, has fought for CES many times, big face, and a UFC veteran in Eric Spicely. But that fight was scratched, man. We just found out about this new opponent here in Billy Goff, the current CES World Welterweight title holder, who just won that title not too long ago. Dude, out of all the names, how did this fight come about as far as a replacement?
I think it was just more about people being ready. Like when you get a short notice fight and you look at your opponent and your opponent's a standout, it's kind of like, hey, if I wasn't training full time already, I'm not going to jump in there in the deep end. And I think it's just more or less Billy's been training constantly. Billy's constantly in the gym. I've trained with Billy a couple times. He's trained at our gym a few times, and so I know his mentality. He's ready to go at a moment's notice, and I think it just boiled down to he was the only one that accepted, that kind of speaks to his character. He's a dog, he likes to fight, and so I'm pleased that I'm not necessarily pleased that he took the fight just because of our interactions, but I know that he's a game opponent, and he's going to go in there and try to bring a fight.
Excellent. Well, as far as bringing the fight, these are two totally different opponents here. You have Eric Spicely, who is, that big name, more of a grappling style guy. You got Billy there that likes to stand and bang. He has that wrestling background, but he'll stand the whole fight if, you allow that to happen. What's the differences in the fight, and how do you approach, this fight compared to the way you were going to go with Eric?
I think it's similar to what I wanted to do with Eric Spicely. Just keep him on his back foot. Keep the pressure up, keep the strikes coming. I know Billy likes to come forward, and in some instances, Eric Spicely likes to come forward too, just along the edge of the cage. He wants to come forward, bring you up against the cage, and take you down. Some of those instances will probably just play out further in the cage. In the center of the cage with Billy. So it's just minor technique changes, but overall it's the same game plan. Billy's going to throw a little probably more strikes than Eric would, so just got to be prepared for that. But all in all, it's kind of the same game plan that I had for Eric.
Excellent. Well, I would imagine Billy's going to be a little smaller than that. I mean, you're a big guy. Not sure how much you cut, but Billy's 170 pounder. That's what he fights at. He's a big kid too, but I would imagine you're going to be the bigger fighter. Do you see, a positive in that as strength, or that doesn't? You don't think that is a factor? I mean, a fight is a fight, and he's going to bring it no matter what.
Yeah, I think it's a fight. He's going to bring no matter what. Billy has had the opportunity to fight a couple of guys that have fought at 85. So I'm thinking that he probably thinks he's a little bit more rare. Aaron, we trained together, but one training is different than fighting, and the guys that he's fought 85. I can't go down to 85. It's kind of physically impossible for me to go down to 85. So that's going to be a difference that it's going to be pronounced. But like I said before, a fight's going to be a fight. He's going to bring it. I'm going to bring it. So I can't just say, hey, I'm going to be bigger than him and I'm going to wreck him. But I'm definitely going to be bigger. I'm definitely going to be carrying more firepower and more power behind my shot. So we shall see in Friday.
Excellent. Well, last question, man, before I let you give any shout outs or last minute things, we're right there around the corner to weigh-ins. Dude, you were going to be fighting Eric Spicely, that big name, that former UFC guy. Now it's Billy Goff, who is that big prospect, a double champ in New England, holds that CES, that 170 title that is really important for his career. Does this fight, what does this fight do for you? You come out with that title. Do you think this fight is the fight that'll get you to that next level and keep you there?
It will definitely be a setup for it. With Eric Spicely, going in there and beating him in a dominant fashion, that would definitely that would be a catapult, especially with the name. But Billy has a big following, and he's got definitely got eyes on him. So beating him is not a setback, but more of a kind of a layup. But I'm taking I take every fight as serious as the other, and I'm just going in there to get my hand raised, and that's kind of what's on my mind. And whatever happens after, it happens. Either if it's everyone's like, oh, that's awesome, or like, oh, he was just a 70-pounder, whatever. It doesn't really matter to me. I'm going in there to get that belt, and that's what's on my mind.
Excellent, my man. Well, I appreciate the time, Justin. Dude, I'll let you get back to your day, man. Any shout outs, anything you want to send? I mean, you must have sold out your tickets, man. You're going to have an enormous crowd there for you. Two Connecticut guys going at it, man. And kudos to Billy for stepping up and taking the fight. And, kudos to CES to get it going and, put this match up, man. It's going to be fire, dude. So anything you want to say, throw it out there, man. I'll let you get going.
Yeah, I definitely want to shout out to my sponsors, Prime Energy, Active Health, In Russ We Trust, Wash and Rag, FAA, Top Game Management for, setting up, this big opportunity for me. And, anybody else that I'm missing, that people can check me out on Instagram and Twitter at Fort Sumter MMA. I also have shirts available. You can click on the link in my bio and get those shirts as well and support me. But also all my fans and friends that are really support me in this journey to get me here. I wouldn't be here without them.
Excellent, my man. Well, congratulations on that journey, the opportunity, and the show you guys are going to put on Friday night, man. Will be cage side. Fight Pass will be blowing up. New England will be on fire, man. So I appreciate the time, Justin. We'll see you in a few days, April 1st at the Connecticut Convention Center, my man.
All right. Thank you very much, man.
All right.